The flickering lights of Salem cast long shadows over the lives of its residents, where secrets fester and past sins refuse to stay buried. For fans of Days of Our Lives, the town is a crucible of passion, betrayal, and unrelenting drama, and no one embodies this chaos more than Stephanie Johnson. Today, at TV Days Drama Digest, we're diving deep into the heart of a mystery that has gripped viewers. Has Stephanie's ex-boyfriend, the notorious Jeremy Horton, slithered back into Salem to torment her once more? Buckle up, because this tale is as twisted as the winding streets of this fictional town, and we're about to unravel every dark thread. A love forged in speed, shattered by shadows. To understand the weight of this potential bombshell, we must first rewind to the days when Stephanie Johnson was not just a Salem staple, but a force of nature behind the wheel of a race car. The roar of engines and the blur of asphalt defined her life, a high-octane existence that mirrored the reckless passion of her youth. It was during this adrenaline-fueled chapter that Stephanie crossed paths with Jeremy Horton, a man whose charm was as dangerous as a hairpin turn at 200 miles per hour. Jeremy, with his smoldering looks and devil-may-care attitude, seemed like the perfect match for Stephanie's fiery spirit. Their romance burned bright, a supernova of stolen kisses in the pit lanes and late-night promises under the stars. But beneath the surface, Jeremy was a storm waiting to break. His charm masked a sinister edge, a propensity for manipulation and cruelty that would soon leave Stephanie scarred in ways no crash on the racetrack ever could. As their relationship deepened, Jeremy's true nature emerged. He was not just shady, as Salem gossip might have whispered. He was a predator. His words cut like knives, his actions left bruises both seen and unseen, and his control over Stephanie tightened like a noose. The once vibrant race car driver found herself trapped, her confidence eroded by a man who thrived on her pain. When the relationship finally imploded, it was a liberation, but one that came at a cost. Stephanie left Jeremy behind, vowing never to let him darken her life again. But in Salem, the past is never truly dead. The package. A ghost from the past fast forward to the present, where Stephanie has rebuilt her life, carving out a new identity as a writer and a survivor. Her romance novel, a thinly veiled reflection of her tumultuous love life, has become a beacon of hope for fans who see her as a symbol of resilience. But a recent episode of Days of Our Lives has sent shockwaves through the fandom, hinting that the ghosts of Stephanie's past are clawing their way back to the surface. It began with a package. An innocuous delivery that arrived at Stephanie's doorstep, its contents shrouded in mystery. The moment she laid eyes on it, her face drained of color, her hands trembled, and her eyes darted as if expecting Jeremy himself to step out of the shadows. The package, though never explicitly described, carried an aura of menace, a silent scream from a chapter of her life she thought she'd closed forever. Fans immediately connected the dots. This had to be Jeremy's doing. Who else could inspire such visceral fear in a woman who had faced down death on the racetrack? The package wasn't the only clue. In a heart-wrenching scene, Stephanie confided in her friend Alex about her novel, revealing a detail that sent chills down viewers' spines. She had written about an ex, a man so toxic, so dangerous, that she begged Alex to delete his chapter from her manuscript. "He can never come back," she whispered, her voice breaking under the weight of memories she'd tried to bury. But Alex, ever the well-meaning but flawed ally, failed to erase the chapter, leaving Jeremy's shadow looming over Stephanie's story, both on the page and, perhaps, in real life. Jeremy Horton, the villain Salem can't forget. For those unfamiliar with Jeremy Horton's reign of terror, let's paint a picture of the man who could inspire such dread. Jeremy, played with chilling intensity by actor Trevor Donovan, was never just a bad boy. He was a master manipulator, a chameleon who could charm his way into anyone's heart before revealing the venom beneath. His time in Salem was marked by a trail of broken promises and shattered lives, but his relationship with Stephanie was his darkest chapter. Jeremy's abuse wasn't limited to physical violence, though the scars he left on Stephanie were real enough. His cruelty was psychological, a slow poison that seeped into every facet of her life. He belittled her dreams, isolated her from friends, and twisted her love for him into a weapon against her. When she finally broke free, it was a triumph, but one tinged with the fear that Jeremy's kind of evil doesn't just vanish, it lurks, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. Trevor Donovan's portrayal of Jeremy was nothing short of electrifying, a performance that made viewers love to hate him. His return to Days of Our Lives would be a seismic event, not just for Stephanie, but for the entire town of Salem. The question is the show setting the stage for this dramatic comeback, or is the package merely a red herring, a plot device to keep us on the edge of our seats? The clues: a trail of breadcrumbs or a false alarm? Let's dissect the evidence. The package, with its unspoken threat, is the most tangible clue. Its arrival coincided with Stephanie's growing unease, as if she could sense Jeremy's presence like a storm on the horizon. The fact that she immediately assumed it was from an ex points directly to Jeremy, whose abusive history makes him the prime suspect. But Days of Our Lives is notorious for its misdirection, and the package could be a ploy by another enemy or even a misunderstanding. Then there's the novel. Stephanie's desperation to erase Jeremy's chapter suggests she fears his return, not just as a memory but as a real, living threat. The fact that Alex failed to delete it feels like a cruel twist of fate, as if the universe itself is conspiring to drag Stephanie back into Jeremy's orbit. Could this be a meta-commentary by the writers, hinting that Jeremy's story isn't over? Or is it a symbolic gesture, representing Stephanie's struggle to let go of her trauma? Finally, there's the casting question. Trevor Donovan's availability is a hot topic among fans, with ex-posts buzzing about his potential return. Donovan's chemistry with Stephanie's actress was undeniable, and his departure left a void that no other villain has quite filled. A recent cryptic post from Donovan himself, featuring a photo of Salem's iconic town square with the caption, "Never say never," has only fueled the speculation. Is this a tease, or are fans reading too much into a nostalgic throwback? The stakes: what Jeremy's return would mean if Jeremy Horton is indeed back in Salem. The consequences could be catastrophic. For Stephanie, it would mean facing her greatest fear, a man who nearly destroyed her, now potentially armed with years of pent-up rage. Her hard-won independence, her career, her relationships, all could crumble under the weight of Jeremy's return. The thought of her confronting him, either with defiance or despair, is enough to keep viewers glued to their screens. For Salem, Jeremy's presence would be like a match tossed into a powder keg. His connections to the Horton family, already fraught with tension, would reignite old feuds. His knack for chaos could draw in other characters, from Alex to Chad to Abigail, creating a ripple effect of drama that would reshape the show's landscape. And for fans, it would be a masterclass in storytelling, a chance to see Days of Our Lives at its soapy, heart-pounding best. But there's another possibility. What if Jeremy isn't back, but his legacy is? The package could be from someone else, perhaps a copycat, a relative, or even a fan of Stephanie's novel who knows too much about her past. The fear of Jeremy could be a psychological arc for Stephanie, forcing her to confront her trauma without a physical villain. This would be a bold move for the show, trading jump scares for introspection, but it risks disappointing fans who crave the high drama of a true villain's return. The waiting game. What's next for Stephanie? As we speak, the writers of Days of Our Lives are undoubtedly cackling over the frenzy they've unleashed. The show thrives on keeping viewers guessing, and this storyline is no exception. Will the package reveal its sender in the next episode, or will the mystery stretch across weeks, even months? Will Trevor Donovan's name appear in the credits, sending fans into a collective scream? Or will the show subvert our expectations, proving that the real horror lies not in Jeremy's return, but in the hold he still has over Stephanie's heart? For now, all we can do is wait and speculate. At TV Day's Drama Digest, we're placing our bets on a Jeremy Horton comeback, if only because Salem deserves a villain as unforgettable as he is. But whether he's lurking in the shadows or merely haunting Stephanie's nightmares, one thing is certain: this storyline is far from over, and the drama is just getting started. So, dear readers, what do you think? Is Jeremy Horton back to wreak havoc, or is Stephanie's fear a ghost of her own making? Sound off in the comments, and stay tuned to TV Day's Drama Digest for the latest updates from the heart of Salem. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV Day's Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives.